Phil Cato. Everybody knows me as Cato, and owner and operator of Cato's Custom Upholstery. So I'm 41 now. I've been doing it for 11 years. Started when I was 30. Was doing body work at a collision center, and then in the Air Force as a mechanic before that, and then just kind of fell into doing interior work. Yeah, my dad is over here. I know you can't see him, but this guy right here inspired me to work on about everything when we were little kids. He gave us 4 go-karts one time. We were probably 10 or 9, and he said, if you want them, you got to get them running. And so that's how we learned how to work on small engines. And then we wanted to have a lawnmower service, and my dad's like, well, if you're going to get there, you're going to have to build a trailer. So he taught us how to build a trailer. We were probably 14 and building a trailer. And then he's like, well, now you need to learn about money. It's called the dad tax. I'm going to take you there, but I'm going to charge you gas money to take you there, right? So I'm like, man, this sucks at the time because you're like trying to work your butt off and earn money and stuff. And as I get older, I understand why he did it, and it made perfect sense. And of course, you know, I'm sure we got it back eventually. So. So Wildtech was real big, and I was like, well, let me go to an automotive school and see what's going on. So I did their collision refinishing program, did their hot rod program, and I was going to take chassis fab, and it was at the end. And my buddy Mario was like, man, chassis was good, it was just a lot of paperwork, and I was just so over paperwork at the time. He's like, you should take trim and upholstery. And I'm like, all right, cool, it sounds pretty fun. And so it was like very last minute, like the day before the class started, and I signed up for it, and kind of the rest is. So we started doing classes, JS Custom and I out at Kindick's shop in Salt Lake City, and really wanted to give back because there's not a lot out there, as in you have the Wildtech school for trim and upholstery, but after that there's really nothing. So if you're going to advance in your career, it's really on the phone or texting somebody or trying to figure it out. So we're just trying to speed up the process, what it took us years to learn, so they can, you know, maybe stop doing what they're doing in their job and open up an interior shop or trim shop and do that, provide for the family. So that's really what it's about. So we've been doing classes for about 3 years now. So doing about every quarter right now, but we're gonna start doing more classes and in different kind of, I wanna say subjects. We have a lot of questions about different aspects of each part of the car. And so we're definitely going to expand on that. So we have a seat building class that, you know, we're doing, and the kind of principle of it is to come in, you get a chunk of foam, you get a wood base to build just a bucket seat on. And so we teach you how to design it, how to pattern it, stitch it, attach it to the seat. So you could take that principle and apply it to pretty much anything at that point. It's very fast paced, but you don't have to be an experienced trimmer to come. It's based for everybody. We kind of set everybody in groups, so you know you're more, just skill level. And so at the end of the class, everybody will stitch a cover for that seat. I used a sewing machine and a home ec like everybody else in Texas, right? So I made a little pillow, but it made sense to me. It was upside down and backwards. I'm kind of crazy thinking anyway, which most people that you'll meet in this industry are kind of very mechanically inclined, and we think different. And so I'm like, all right, I kind of get it. But after that, I didn't think much about it. And then once school came, they taught us how to do a bucket seat. And I'm like, all right. So I did my bucket seat in a week. Most people it's taken like 4 weeks to do. And so I just kind of caught on to it. It just made sense to me. So the seats really don't apply to door panels per se, but if you want a door panel class, we do a door panel class. And it's very basic, kind of where if you're just starting out, we'll teach you how to use a jigsaw, right? Or how to use a bandsaw, whatever tools they have. And so that's what it's about, right? It's about all skill sets and all the people. So. Yeah, I mean, we grew up with my mom racing cars. So my mom raced a 69 AMX. She had a 55 Bel Air and then a 56 wagon, which they're actually got back, which I haven't seen that car since I was a little kid. And my dad's rebuilding that car right now. Oh yeah, my mom's, she's awesome. She's cool. My mom is definitely cooler than all your moms. And you'll meet her, and she's like yay tall, school teacher, and like the sweetest little lady you meet. But her reaction time, Dad was a hell of a mechanic, so she broke it. Dad was fixing it. But she was rod, like her reaction time was perfect. She's ran all over. We've been everywhere as a kid doing that. And then going to car shows. Man, I knew when I was like in middle school, I was gonna work on cars. I knew way that I'm like, man, do I really have to finish school? I'm just gonna work on cars. But that's all I remember. Like even when I was little, sitting in a race tire, and Dad would give me a crescent wrench because it would, you could move it up and down and you could play with it. And as a kid, you're like, oh wow, you're playing, and just stuff like that. And then when we got a little older, he would be building, 4-inch small blocks or 350s, whatever Mom was running at the time. And then we started to learn how to build motors and all that stuff. So it was really neat growing up. My mom too. She calls my truck cute and all my cars cute. And I'm like, Mom, this ain't gonna cut it, right? I'm like, you could call it badass or whatever, but my mom don't cuss, so she's like, you watch your mouth. It's definitely gonna be a change because we're partnering up. So doing any partnership with anybody always has its fun part of that, and adjusting. But I don't think, people let their egos get in the way in this business a lot. And I think once you realize that there's so much work out there and there's so much work for so many people, and then you partner up with another powerhouse, it's kind of like an endless opportunity of what's going to happen in the future. So, like what's going to happen? We're going to build cars and, keep doing what we're doing and hopefully keep advancing always, just trying to get better and better and better like everybody else.